Let me tell you a story. When I was in 7th grade at Founders Classical Academy at Frisco, my teacher, Miss LeMay, a New Jersey native, introduced me to the importance of reading primary sources. As we read Cicero, Caesar Augustus, and even Machiavelli, she made it clear that primary sources are the basis of education in relation to history. Across all kinds of institutions, there is a lack of engagement in primary sources. It is all the more convenient to read a textbook than the actual thoughts and motivations of pivotal historical figures. For example, do we read about Washington's farewell address, or do we read Washington's farewell address? In the 250 years of our nation's founding, one thing has been made clear. Our nation's future relies on the strength of the young when the old grow weak. And this can only be done if the individual is historically educated. You see, the transfer of wealth is already taking place, but what about the transfer of knowledge? I believe this starts in the classroom. The freedom we have comes with the responsibility to defend it. Like I said earlier, this can only be done if the individual is historically educated. Before George Washington left for office, he spoke on the ideals of a perfect nation, one that reflected a people smart and alert. In his farewell address of 1796, he spoke on many important topics, but two emerge as the most prevalent today. Here was the first: leader election. For Washington, leader election is based on morality and character. And to quote Washington on this matter, he says that an administration in every department may be stamped with wisdom or virtue. The truth, the realness of the message, is that the Founding Fathers intended voting to be based on individualistic assessment of character, and not for individuals, American citizens, to be falling prey to political gimmicks or party manipulation. The evidence of virtue is not the ability to only choose good, but the ability to choose good in the face of bad. Having the option to run for a third term with unanimous support is a future few would wish to depart from. But Washington made the hard choice. So what qualities should we look for when we go to the voting booth, regardless of political preference, Democratic or Republican, or any other political party? Leadership qualities of morality and virtue. Washington's second point. Washington describes patriotism as a thing that sparks and maintains unity, identifying that the American people, start quote, having a common cause, fought and triumphed together, end quote. Patriotism is a thing that transcends race, religion, and creed. Some would like to act as if staying bitter helps healing or progression. But I'm here to tell you that it does not. Every nation has a dark history, America included. But if we only focus on the pitfalls, is there any hope to keep moving forward? No matter how flawed the American fathers were, there's still a takeaway. Their ideals that they hope to achieve for. The quest for patriotism, for me, begins by how I can achieve these ideals every day. In this way, I can be patriotic because I owe it to those who suffer to become successful. I believe that if more people were to adopt this mindset, they would become unstoppable, doing much more than just being stuck in the past. This speech goes out to all the students reading from boring textbooks. I want you to know that there is more to history. To recap, Washington's farewell address addresses two major points: leader election and patriotism. And those points surround one common theme: for the American people to become historically educated. hope that when you leave this building here today, you remember what it means to return 250 years back and gain historical knowledge and heed the very first words of our American president. Thank you for your time.